So these are my main tops. I've got a pair of Mackie SRM 450s. They're actually the original version 1 models. They're made in Italy, built to last. These are over 20 years old and we purchased these new. Now these are what you call active speakers. So the amp's built in and it keeps this setup simple. Punchy without being harsh, perfect for event and pub work. And I've never had them turned up beyond halfway. A little bit that way I think once, but they've certainly never been past 3/4. What I've had is been more than enough for the venues that I've been in. If I get a close up here, you can see I've never used the time to turn off, needed to use the contour or the low cut. So as I said, I have 2 of these. Here is the other one. Now on to the next set. These are my subwoofers. These are so I'm running 15-inch active subs. It's a new upgrade from my PA this time round. About 20 years ago, I just ran the Mackies. Still a great sound on its own, but, you know, it's also good to have support when you've got a little more. You need a little more, I think. And this is what gives the warmth of soul, Motown, and disco sets. So, and if we take a look at the back, you see, here's the input. The XLR comes straight from the mixer. Here's the input level. And here's where we can turn up the frequency for the bass. It adds a great sound to the setup now. As you can see on the top, we do have the hole there for the single stand speaker, but unfortunately these are so heavy. They're just too top heavy for this, even though I did purchase some speaker stands for it. So when the time comes, unfortunately, to say goodbye to the Mackies, then hopefully we'll be able to find something that's just as good and then have them standing on top of the subwoofers. These actually weigh over 23 kilograms. So I can imagine they're pretty hefty to be putting on the stands all the time. Okay, so this is the Sennheiser digital wireless system. You can see down here, this is the receiver. This is a fantastic microphone. And it's actually the EWD 835S wireless microphone. And it's got a cardioid dynamic E835 capsule. What I'll do is I'll link these full specifications to this and where you can find it to the description. I have had similar in the past, but unfortunately it got stolen. After that, I use a Sennheiser dynamic, but there's nothing quite like a wireless to get you away from the stand and dragging cables behind you. And it just takes an AA battery. Very different to the old one I had when it was one of the little rectangle batteries. And it gives me a clean sound, the freedom to move it, which is brilliant when I'm doing weddings or anything slightly larger than what you'd find in a pub. There's a look at the receiver there. Light setup, as you can see there. If you look on previous videos as well, you'll see how that's used. It gets a bit intense, so you have to play around with it to see which setting you like, but it works just fine. This is the little Citronic 4-channel mixer I've got. It's all that's needed. You can see that's where the XLRs go out to the speakers. The XLR on the left, the yellow one, that goes to the receiver, the microphone receiver, and this cable here goes straight to my iPad where I run all the music from. These little trays are fabulous. I've got 2 of those, and this little piece of kit, this extends so you can have any sort of size phone or iPad on that. And you can see we've had to weight it down a little bit with some little sandbags because it was starting to get a bit top heavy. So that then is my setup. If you do have any questions, okay, then I'll do my best to answer those.